morning, students. Today we'll start one new chapter, that is equilibrium. And in this equilibrium, we have to learn about the chemical equilibrium as well as the ionic equilibrium. So one by one we'll start today. So what is actually equilibrium, chemical equilibrium, if we are starting fast? So first one example is given to us in our book, that is equilibrium involving oxygen molecule and the protein hemoglobin play a crucial role in the transport and delivery of oxygen from our lungs to our muscles. Similar equilibrium involving carbon monoxide molecules and hemoglobin account for the toxicity of the carbon monoxide. Means what is the actually example it is given there? The oxygen molecule and the hemoglobin, they are combining together as oxyhemoglobin and transport to where each and every cell of our body, and there actually what is the process going on in a chemical equilibrium, means the oxygen, amount of oxygen which is actually coming in the we can say in the tissues or the cells, the same amount of CO2 is also coming in the blood there. So let's start now with our example. Now, when a liquid, suppose I am giving one example that also given in your book, when a liquid in a closed container, in a liquid in a closed container is closed here. So when the container is closed, at that condition, the amount of, suppose here it is a liquid is kept here, and the molecules of the liquids which are present in the surface, they are with a higher kinetic energy and they will be now evaporating because they are having higher kinetic energy, so they will be evaporating. So the number of molecules from the liquid surface escape in the vapor phase, we can see that one first at the beginning what will be happening, the number of molecules of the liquid will be evaporating and coming in the vapor phase, and then it gives rise to a, after sometimes we can see that one, it gives rise to a constant vapor pressure. What is the meaning of that? ना पहले शुरुआत में तो vapor particles में convert हो जाएगा, but after sometimes we can see the vapor phase will be constant. Why it is constant? Because the number of gaseous molecules that is coming in the liquid phase, the number of the liquid molecules also converting into the gaseous phase. Now, what is the meaning of that? Now, evaporation. What is the meaning of evaporation? Now, conversion of liquid towards the gas, and we can say the condensation. What is the meaning of condensation here? Now, the number, or you can the process by which the gaseous molecules are converted into liquid molecules. Both the process will be going on simultaneously. Okay, so when that is constant vapor pressure is coming, so in a closed container actually the vapor pressure will remain constant. That means the amount of the liquid which is converted into the vapor, the amount of the vapor also converting in the liquid will be remain same. That's why the vapor pressure remain constant. So that is called equilibrium. I have gave here double-headed arrow. That means the evaporation and the condensation is going on in the same rate. Okay, so this is called actually in a closed container. Again and again I am saying in a closed container, because in an open system the equilibrium cannot be attained. So in the closed container, if we are keeping some amount of water or liquid, so we can see the vapor pressure will remain constant. What is the reason behind that? The reason is the rate of evaporation and the rate of condensation is coming here constant or same. That's why the vapor pressure is coming here same. Okay, this is an idea for the equilibrium here. So it is given in your book also. So we say that the system has reached the equilibrium rate in which the number of molecules, look at here, the number of molecules leaving the liquid equals to the number of returning to the liquid from the vapor. मतलब जितना number of molecules are converting from liquid to vapor, the same amount or same number of molecules are converting back from vapor to liquid. Okay, so that is called equilibrium state. Okay, so here it is coming, thus at equilibrium, the rate of evaporation is equal to the rate of condensation. That's why it is represented by which one? H2O liquid is converted, means double arrow. Again, I am saying when double arrow means both the conversion of both the process, means the evaporation as well as the condensation is coming here constant. The double half arrows indicate the processes in both the directions are going on simultaneously. The mixture of reactant and product in the equilibrium state is called the equilibrium mixture. So what is equilibrium state? Now the state where we are getting the constant vapor pressure, where the conversion of evaporation as well as the condensation is coming same, that is called the equilibrium state. And in the equilibrium state, the mixture of the reactant and product, you just underline these lines also, the mixture and of the reactant and product in the equilibrium state is called an equilibrium mixture. Okay, now we are coming. Equilibrium can be, the reaction may be fast or slow depending upon the experimental condition. Okay, so when the reactant in a closed vessel at a particular temperature react to give the products, the concentration of the reactants keep on decreasing while those of the products keep on increasing for some time, after which there is no change of the concentration of either of the reactants or the products. This stage of system is called the dynamic equilibrium. How we can say that one? It is dynamic equilibrium rate. Suppose it is coming about the concentration, okay, and this is coming about the time. So time is increasing in that way and concentration is increasing in that way. So this is if we are saying the concentration of product, and we can say the concentration of reactant, this one, and this one is concentration of product. Okay, am I clear to you? Concentration of reactant and concentration of product. So at the beginning, suppose A plus B is giving rise to which one? C plus D. Am I clear? So A plus B concentration is maximum at the beginning of the reaction, and C plus D is coming here 0 at the beginning of the reaction, because product who I need. So when the reaction is going on, at that time the reactant concentration will be coming here down and the product concentration will be coming there up. Am I clear now? So in at certain time it will come कि after that, this is called equilibrium at and why. ना concentration of the product, देखो ये भी constant हो गया and concentration of reactant also constant हो गया, means concentration में कोई change नहीं आ रहे. At the beginning the concentration of reactants will be coming down or decreasing. At the beginning we can say the product is coming nil, so definitely we are coming from the low to high, and at the due to course of time we can see that the concentration of product is increasing, and after sometimes we can see the concentration of the reactant as well as the concentration of product remain the constant, and that is called equilibrium condition. Okay, so it is coming about that is called actually dynamic equilibrium, means it is coming that while there is no change in the concentration of, so underline that line also, in the concentration of either the reactants or products, this stage of system, you know, we can see we are starting from here, the concentration at a particular temperature, when the react to give product, some reactants are react to give product, we can start from here and we can end at here. Okay, this stage of the system means when we are starting the reactants in a closed vessel at a particular temperature, their concentrations keep on decreasing while those of the product keep on increasing for some time, after which there is no change in concentrations of either of the reactants or the products. This system is called, this stage is called the dynamic equilibrium. Okay, so it is due to this dynamic equilibrium stage that there is no change in the concentration of various species in the reaction mixture based on the extent to which reactions proceed to reach the state of chemical equilibrium. इसमें three categories are there. What are the categories? Now suppose the first category is there, the reaction that proceed nearly to completion and only negligible concentration of the reactants are left when the reaction is going on, है ना. तो when A plus B, three condition, what are the condition? ना यहाँ पे A plus B totally convert नहीं हुआ है C plus D में, but less amount, very least amount is remaining left, other majority portion, the majority is converted into which one here? Now product here. This is the one condition where A plus B or reactant, we can say reactant left very less. Okay. And one more condition is which one? Second condition. What is the second condition here? Now only small amount of product is formed. Only small amount of product is formed. है ना? Small product is formed, and more maximum, we can say the maximum or mostly the reactants are remaining, है ना? So small amount of product is formed. This is the second condition may be possible. And what is the third condition? Now concentration of reactant and product are comparable, and that is called the equilibrium system. Means concentration of which one? Reactant as well as the product is coming here near about same. Okay, comparable, that is called actually equilibrium. So three categories can be happened in case of the chemical equilibrium. Now less amount of, very less amount of A plus will be reactant will be left, or very less amount of product will be formed, second condition, or both are comparable. Okay, and that is called the chemical equilibrium. Okay, so the extent of reaction in equilibrium varies with experimental conditions such as the, यहाँ पे तीन condition बहुत काम में आते हैं, that is the concentration of reactant. अगर आप reactant की concentration बढ़ाओगे तो definitely equilibrium की extent भी that will be increasing, temperature के साथ साथ भी क्या हो जाता है ना, rate of reaction also will be increasing. Optimization of the operational condition is very important in industry and laboratory, show that equilibrium is favorable. देखो ये जो है ना equilibrium, and इसको हम लोग La-Chatelier principle बोलते हैं, that also will be learn afterwards. Actually in that condition temperature and pressure both are very much important here. Suppose we need the in case of suppose N2 plus 3H2, and it is called actually Haber process, and here what is coming here, it is also the equilibrium coming. So ammonia is producing, so here 200 atmospheric pressure is requiring, so this some temperature, high temperature is also increasing here, required here. So suppose if we are increasing, if we are giving the high temperature, definitely the ammonia will be producing more. और ammonia मतलब fertilizer जो industry है उसमें ammonia की production बहुत ज़रूरी होता है. तो अगर आपको ammonia की production नहीं करना है तो आपको क्या करना है कि reverse reaction को चालू करना है. In that condition temperature और pressure को आपको low करनी है. तो at that condition मतलब this is the condition we need, है ना, टू प्रोड्यूस. इक्विलिब्रियम रीच हो जाने के बाद अगर आप इस कंडीशन से आप टेम्परेचर और प्रेशर को आप हटा दोगे और डिक्रीज करोगे तो डेफिनेटली रिवर्स रिएक्शन विल बी कंटिन्यूइंग. सो रिवर्स रिएक्शन में क्या हो जाएगा ना, अमोनिया टू नाइट्रोजन और 3 मतलब हाइड्रोजन विल बी प्रोड्यूसिंग देयर. सो इट डिपेंड्स, मीन्स इट इज एक्चुअली टोटली कमर्शियल प्रोसेस, एंड टोटली इट इज एक्चुअली द वी कैन से अबाउट द फैक्ट्री. in case of the other commercial purpose we are using this actually chemical equilibrium there. What is actually called the La-Chatelier principle, that also will be learning after. Okay, so now when the ions are involved, है ना, जब when this unit along the equilibrium involving the ions, so the equilibrium which is involving the simply reactant and product in case of the elemental form or compound form, that is actually called the chemical equilibrium. But it is coming ionic equilibrium when the ions in aqueous solutions are taking part in this reaction, that is called the ionic equilibrium. So here we are at, just learning about some equilibrium in physical process. Here phase transformation processes are known as here solid to liquid, liquid to gas, and solid to gas. So where solid to liquid, already I gave you one example here when you are keeping some ice and water, some ice and water, where in the thermoflux, suppose in a thermoflux we are keeping some ice and water here, and so what is the temperature and pressure here? Okay, so what is the suppose we are keeping at 273 Kelvin and atmospheric pressure, 1 atmospheric pressure here, है ना, 1 atmospheric pressure. So at that condition we are taking some little bit amount of water as well as some ice also. After some time, this is actually a flask. This is actually a flask where it is closed container. Okay, flask means no energy, no heat is exchanged here, nothing is exchanged here. So at that condition what we can see that ice and water what you have taken, that will be remaining constant, है ना. The amount of the ice and water will remain constant. That means what does it mean? Now the ice what is converting into water, the same amount of water is again converted into ice, है ना. This is called the equilibrium. That means what we can say here, we can say here the solid, है ना, solid, we can say the water, which is actually in solid form, that is converted into water into liquid form. है ना. And in that condition double arrow is giving here, so that it represents that the amount of water or the ice which is converted into water liquid, that much amount of liquid is also converted into ice, so it will remain constant. Look at here, it is given in your book. Ice and water kept in a perfectly insulated thermos flask. There are no exchange of heat between the content and the surrounded. At 273 Kelvin and atmospheric pressure are in equilibrium state, and the system shows interesting characteristics feature. We observe that the mass of ice and water do not change with time, and the temperature remains the constant. This temperature actually called which one? That is called melting point or freezing point. However, the equilibrium is not static. The intense activity can be noticed at the boundary between the ice and water. Molecules from the liquid, underline this line also, from the liquid water collide against ice and adhere to it. Some molecules of the ice escape into the liquid, means kuch amount of water they are colliding together to form the ice, and again from ice also some amount of liquid also escape. There is no change of mass in ice and water, as the rates of transfer of molecules from ice into water and of reverse transfer of water into ice are equal to the atmospheric pressure in 273 Kelvin. This is called, for any pure substance at atmospheric pressure, the temperature at which the solid and liquid phases are at equilibrium is called the normal melting point or normal फ्रीजिंग पॉइंट ऑफ दैट सब्सटेंस. यहाँ पे हम लोगों ने आइस लिया था, इसलिए 273 केल्विन में क्या हो गया ना, दे आर मेंटेनिंग द इक्विलिब्रियम. अगर दूसरा लिक्विड लोगे तो एट दैट कंडीशन द टेम्परेचर विल बी देयर वेयर द इक्विलिब्रियम, दैट टेम्परेचर वेयर द इक्विलिब्रियम इज अटेनिंग, मीन्स द अमाउंट ऑफ वॉश दैट सॉलिड फॉर्म एंड द लिक्विड फॉर्म विल बी कमिंग कॉन्स्टेंट. दैट इज कॉल्ड देयर मेल्टिंग पॉइंट और फ्रीजिंग पॉइंट. So both the opposing processes occur simultaneously and both the processes occur at the same rate, so that amount of ice and water remain constant. Okay, now one more interesting experiment is there, that is liquid and vapor equilibrium. We can see, I am just explaining the experiment before, then I will discuss. Look at here one actually a manometer we are taking here, where side by one U tube is attached. You can see, all of you, one U tube is attached and where mercury is kept. This device is called actually manometer. It's a closed container, and before starting the experiment, what we are doing, we are keeping some amount of anhydrous calcium chloride here to absorb the moisture what is present inside the container. So definitely what is happening now, it will become vacuum, means what is the moisture is present, that will be absorbed, and we can see here the manometer, actually the mercury is remaining or maintaining the same level here, both the side or both the arm. These are two arm here, one long arm, one short arm is here. Now we are coming after some time when it is vacuum, because it is vacuum, maintaining vacuum, that's why no pressure is exerting from there, because it is a jointed, that's why the vapor is not coming here, so the pressure is remaining same. So both the tube is attaining the same height of the mercury. But after some time what we can see, what we can do here, we are just little bit tilt करना है इसको, मतलब थोड़ा सा उठा के इसको बाहर निकालना है. So we have to make this anhydrous calcium chloride out and put some amount of water here. Now we can put little bit amount of water in a dish containing water there. After some times what we can see, now at the beginning what you can see there, now vapor is coming inside the manometer and means inside this container, and then it is passing where in the manometer tube. So it will exert the pressure here, so definitely mercury is now raising more height in the long arm here or long tube here. So after some times it will be continuing in the beginning of the procedure. After some time what you can see, the level become fixed. After some time it will not be increasing and it will attain the fixed side there. Okay, so what does it mean? Means after some time the amount of liquid which is converting into vapor, the same amount of vapor is converting into again liquid. So vapor pressure remain constant. When the vapor pressure remain constant, and that is actually called the which one, equilibrium will attain, and at that condition we can see the height of the mercury remain constant. It will not be now increasing in the another tube. Okay, so we can see here, the rate of increasing pressure we can see the rate of increase in pressure decrease with the time due to condensation of vapor into water. So it is coming fast, it is increasing because the we can see the liquid molecules are converting into vapor, but due to course of time now it is conversion of this one is decreasing, and conversion of which one, vapor into liquid, is increasing there. So finally it leads to an equilibrium condition where there is no net evaporation. This implies that the number of water molecules from the gaseous state into the liquid states also increase. Not only the liquid is converting into vapor, but also vapors are also converting into liquid. And dhire dhire, due to course of time, what will be happening now? The rate of the evaporation is decreasing and rate of the condensation will be increasing, and at certain time it will attain the equilibrium where rate of evaporation and the rate of condensation become constant or become equal. So it is coming about this one ki where we can see about this ki vapor pressure at the same temperature, means of water, increases with the temperature if the above experiment is repeated with the look at here, agar it depends upon the nature of the we can say the liquid also. If we are taking here the methyl alcohol, if we are taking the acetone and ethyl, because they are volatile in nature and they can evaporate more in comparison with the water, so vapor pressure will be coming more in case of methyl alcohol, acetone and ethyl. सो डिफरेंट लिक्विड्स हैव डिफरेंट इक्विलिब्रियम वेपर प्रेशर. ऐसा नहीं है कि वाटर के लिए जो वेपर प्रेशर आएगा मिथाइल अल्कोहल के लिए भी वही आएगा, क्योंकि डिफरेंट लिक्विड इज देयर, डिफरेंट लिक्विड की डिफरेंट वोलेटिलिटी इज देयर. कोई बहुत जल्दी वोलेटाइल हो जाता है, मतलब वेपर में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है, कोई बहुत टाइम लगता है, तो इट डिपेंड अपॉन दैट ऑन ओनली. सपोज अनदर कंडीशन इज देयर, दिस इज द नेचर ऑफ द लिक्विड. वन कंडीशन ऑफ दिस वी कैन से अटेनिंग द इक्विलिब्रियम is actually the, we can say, the nature of the liquid. And if we expose 3 watch glasses containing separately 1 milliliter each of acetone, methyl alcohol and water, देखो इसका सबसे ज़्यादा है, उसके बाद मतलब वोलाटिलिटी, उसके बाद मिथाइल अल्कोहल है, जो अल्कोहल वाला है वो भी वोलाटाइल है बट लेस देन दिस वन, बट वाटर सबसे कम है. to atmosphere and repeat the experiment with different volumes of the liquid in warmer room. एक तो हम normal room में करो, एक warmer room में करो. So it is observed that in all such cases the liquid eventually disappear and the time taken for complete evaporation, है ना, जो कौन कितना टाइम लेगा, मतलब वाटर विल टेक सपोज 10 minutes, so acetone will take their 5 minutes and alcohol will take their 8 minutes. So it depends upon which one, the nature of the liquid, the amount of the liquid and the temperature. कितना अमाउंट आप ले रहे हो एंड उसकी वोलेटिलिटी क्या है, नेचर ऑफ द लिक्विड क्या है, जल्दी वेपोराइज हो सकते कि नहीं, एंड द टेम्परेचर आप बढ़ाओगे तो जल्दी हो जाएगा, इंक्रीज हो जाएगा काइनेटिक एनर्जी एंड दे आर कन्वर्टिंग इनटू व्हिच वन वेपर फेज. So when the watch glass is open to the atmosphere, the rate of evaporation remain constant. Why? Because open system में बट द यहाँ पे देखो कॉन्स्टेंट क्यों बोल के रखा है, बट द मॉलिक्यूल्स आर डिस्पर्स्ड इनटू लार्ज वॉल्यूम ऑफ द रूम एज अ कंसिक्वेंस ऑफ द रेट ऑफ कंडेंसेशन फ्रॉम द वेपर टू लिक्विड स्टेट इज मच लेस. मतलब मान लो यहाँ पे क्लोज्ड कंटेनर में आप किए हो, ओपन सिस्टम में जब करोगे तो क्या हो जाएगा, वेपर फेज में कन्वर्ट होने के बाद डिस्पर्स्ड हो जाएगा. मीन्स the number of molecules which are converting into the vapor phase, that much amount cannot be coming back because ये पूरा vast area में ये dispersed हो चुके हैं. That's why equilibrium cannot be reached. So these are the open system and it is not possible to reach. ये बहुत ही important line है कि equilibrium in an open system. तो open system में कभी भी equilibrium attain नहीं हो सकता है. तो वाटर एंड वाटर वेपर एंड इक्विलिब्रियम पोजीशन एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर, जिसको 1 एटमॉस्फेयर या 1.013 बार इसको बोलते हैं, एंड 100 डिग्री सेल्सियस इन अ क्लोज्ड वेसल, दिस इज कॉल्ड एक्चुअली बॉइलिंग पॉइंट ऑफ वाटर. द टेम्परेचर देखो, द टेम्परेचर एट व्हिच द लिक्विड एंड वेपर्स, किसमें ना, फॉर एनी प्योर लिक्विड एट 1 एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर द टेम्परेचर, ये कंडीशन होना चाहिए, एट 1 एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर में होना चाहिए. द टेम्परेचर एट व्हिच द लिक्विड एंड वेपर्स आर एट इक्विलिब्रियम इज कॉल्ड द नॉर्मल बॉइलिंग पॉइंट ऑफ दैट लिक्विड. जैसे हम लोगों ने मेल्टिंग पॉइंट और फ्रीजिंग पॉइंट में बोला था, सेम हियर when the it is at bar pressure is actually maintaining 1.013 bar or 1 atmospheric pressure, that the temperature, जैसे वाटर के लिए कौन सा टेम्परेचर में होगा, 100 डिग्री सेल्सियस में दैट इक्विलिब्रियम अटेंड होगा. सो नाउ द लिक्विड सभी लिक्विड के लिए अलग अलग उसकी आएगा. तो दैट्स वाई इन जनरल व्हाट यू कैन से ना, फॉर एनी प्योर लिक्विड एट 1 atmospheric pressure the temperature at which the liquid and vapors are at equilibrium is called the normal boiling point. और सॉलिड और वेपर फेज में क्या आएगा ना, जैसे जिसको हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं सब्लाइमेशन प्रोसेस, सॉलिड इज कन्वर्टेड इनटू वेपर. जैसे आपने आयोडीन सॉलिड लिए इन अ क्लोज्ड कंटेनर है ना. लेट अस नाउ कंसीडर द सिस्टम वेयर सॉलिड बिकम कन्वर्टेड इनटू वेपर फेज. इफ यू प्लेस सॉलिड आयोडीन इन अ क्लोज्ड वेसल, हमेशा हम मेंशन कर रहे देखना क्लोज्ड वेसल. आफ्टर समटाइम्स द वेसल्स गेट कन्वर्टेड इनटू व्हिच वन, फिल्ड अप बाय द वायलेट वेपर. आयोडीन की कलर क्या होता है, वायलेट होता है. ऑलरेडी प्रैक्टिकल में मैंने ऑलरेडी बोल चुके हैं ये चीज़. तो आयोडीन इज कन्वर्टेड इनटू आयोडीन वेपर, तो कलर क्या होता है, वायलेट कलर. तो पहले हम आयोडीन को ले लेते हैं और उसके बाद थोड़ी देर बाद हम देखेंगे क्लोज्ड कंटेनर, डेफिनेटली कंटेनर इज फिल्ड अप बाय द आयोडीन वेपर. और धीरे धीरे इसका इंटेंसिटी मतलब कलर की जो है पहले लाइट वायलेट देन डार्क वायलेट हो जाएगा. इंटेंसिटी ऑफ द कलर इंक्रीजेज टाइम, बट आफ्टर सर्टेन टाइम व्हाट यू कैन सी दैट इंटेंसिटी रिमेन कांस्टेंट. इसके बाद और इंटेंसिटी इंक्रीज नहीं हो रहे, एंड दैट इज कॉल्ड द इक्विलिब्रियम. इन दैट कंडीशन what you can say the equilibrium attained. What is the meaning of that? Now the amount of the iodine solid is converted into iodine vapor, the same amount of iodine vapor is converted into iodine solid back, and that's why here it is actually double arrow will be put here. So that's why we can see the system is reached the, we can say the equilibrium there. So पहले intensity बढ़ेगा, पहले light violet to dark violet, but after some time the intensity will not be increasing और डार्केस्ट नहीं होगा, एक कांस्टेंट आपको कलर दिखेगा, एंड दैट इज एट दैट टाइम यू कैन से द इक्विलिब्रियम अटेंड. तो आई थिंक इक्विलिब्रियम के बारे में आपको थोड़ा सा आइडिया हो गए हैं. ठीक है, जब सॉलिड्स एंड लिक्विड्स हम ले रहे हैं तो सपोज वी आर मेकिंग अ सॉल्यूशन. इफ वी मेक अ थिक शुगर सिरप, जैसे एक होता है सैचुरेटेड सॉल्यूशन, नो मोर सॉल्यूट कैन बी एडेड. पहले आप सपोज एक आप सॉल्यूशन बना रहे हो, एक सॉल्यूशन यू आर मेकिंग देयर, वी आर एडिंग देयर शुगर है ना, वी आर एडिंग देयर शुगर. तो आप पहले आप शुगर ऐड करते जा रहे हो तो दैट विल बी एडेड, बट आफ्टर समटाइम्स वी कैन सी नो मोर सॉल्यूट कैन बी एडेड देयर. इफ वी आर एडिंग लिटिल बिट अमाउंट ऑफ शुगर देयर, द शुगर विल बी डिपोजिटेड एट द बॉटम ऑफ द कंटेनर. So that is actually called the, it attains which one, this is actually converted into saturated solution. Can you not say that one? Can you say that one? So it is, we can say, so saturated solution. Okay, so at that condition the amount of sugar, means solid sugar is present here. The amount of sugar that is undissolved and dissolved sugar will remain constant. Means the amount of solid sugar which is converted into, means undissolved is converted into solution, sugar in solution, the same amount of sugar in the solution is converted into undissolved sugar here. That is called equilibrium. Okay, so now it is coming here, look at that. The concentration of the solute in a saturated solution depends upon the temperature. So when the sugar which is present in solution and the sugar which is solid, the rate of dissolution of the sugar and rate of crystallization of the sugar, this is called dissolution. Means sugar solid is converted into sugar in solution, that is called dissolution. And sugar solution is converted into sugar solid, मतलब जितना solution sugar में है यहाँ पे भी solution में sugar है, that is again converted into which one, undissolved sugar. ये दोनों की जो कन्वर्शन मीन्स सॉल्यूशन में जो शुगर है दैट इज शुगर इन सॉल्यूशन है ना, एंड दैट इज कन्वर्टेड इनटू व्हिच वन, फर्स्ट इट इज कन्वर्टेड इनटू व्हिच वन ना, शुगर इन सॉलिड कंडीशन मतलब अनडिजॉल्व कंडीशन यू कैन से है ना. ये अनडिजॉल्व सपोज ये डिपोजिट हो गया कॉर्नर में, तो ये दोनों की जो कन्वर्शन दैट विल रिमेन सेम in case of solution. Okay, and gases in liquid में क्या हो जाएगा ना, when gases जैसे मान लो एक soda water की bottle is open, some of the carbon dioxide gas dissolved, it fizzes out rapidly. This is a common phenomenon we can say. The phenomenon arises due to difference in solubility of carbon dioxide, different pressure. जैसे पहले क्या होता है, जो वाटर बॉटल सोडा वाटर की जो बॉटल है इसमें CO2 is actually by pressurized, it is dissolved in more amount, but when we are releasing the cap है ना, ऊपर का जो लीड आप खोल देते हो, सो इट कम्स अंडर व्हिच वन ना, नॉर्मल एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर. सो एट दैट कंडीशन प्रेशर डिक्रीज हो गया. पहले आप प्रेशराइज करके उसको ज़्यादा अमाउंट डिजॉल्व करके रखे थे, अभी प्रेशर डिक्रीज हो गया, तो डेफिनेटली दैट that amount which is excess amount which was present in solution, है ना, ये जो सॉल्यूशन में था ये कन्वर्ट हो गया किसमें, गैस में. अभी गैस में था, दैट इज बाय प्रेशराइज यू कैन डिजॉल्व इन द सॉल्यूशन. पहले डिजॉल्व किया था आपने, बट जब भी प्रेशर को आपने रिलीज कर दिया, एट दैट कंडीशन इट इज कन्वर्टेड इनटू व्हिच वन, गैसियस स्टेट. Okay, so this is the conversion in gases and liquid. Okay, next we'll discuss about the that is Henry's law regarding the how much amount will be dissolved there and what is the calculation we can do on the basis of this gases in liquid dissolution. Okay.